Now, a few years ago, the phrase fake news just didn't exist, did it? You never heard it. It was never uttered by anybody, not least politicians. But now it seems to be that it's just thrown out on what seems to be a bit of a daily basis. There are even studies into it now, well, including one by Dr. Craig Harper from Nottingham University, who's been looking at whether your political view affects the likelihood that you'll believe in fake news. And Dr. Harper is here now. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us.
Good afternoon. Thanks for having me.
It's such an interesting phenomenon, isn't it, fake news? And even the term fake news, because it didn't exist, did it, until what felt like last year?
It didn't, no, and it was really the election of Donald Trump that's put fake news into the public's awareness, I suppose. Although the research that we've been doing really is based around the idea of, do we actually recognise what fake news is, and do we use that label to essentially delegitimise stories that disagree with our worldview?
So what would you then define fake news as being?
Well, fake news really is a story that is essentially made up. There is no truth to it at all. Typically, these stories are made up for political reasons or for financial reasons. So people can make a lot of money from fake news. And at its core, it's just the story is made up. There's no truth to it at all. It's totally fabricated.
But sometimes people use the phrase fake news for stories that are true, don't they?
That's true, and that's part of the research that we've been doing. So we were really interested in whether or not people use this fake news idea to delegitimise stories that go against their worldview. And that's exactly what we found. So we found it in samples from the US and from the UK. We found if we present a pro-Brexit story, then Remainers are more likely to delegitimise it by saying that it's not true, it's fake news. And the opposite happens for Leave voters.
And does it actually delegitimise it, or does it just mean that people will start to not believe fake news? Like if I see somebody saying, oh, that's fake news, then actually what I'll end up doing is go to double check it rather than just believe that, somebody had said it.
I think that's the effect of the widespread use of fake news now. So before, when we heard the word fake news, we would automatically just associate that with the story not being true. But now, because of the overuse of fake news as almost like a meme for labelling news that we just don't agree with, it does have that effect of putting people off and kind of tuning people into what is fake and what isn't.
Yeah. What do you hope to do with this study?
We hope to inform whether or not we can identify different ways of understanding why people believe certain news stories and why people don't. So what we've found is that people who have a higher investment in the moral superiority of their worldview, so people who are highly liberal or highly conservative, and that forms a vital part of their identity, they have a greater propensity to use this fake news meme to try to delegitimise stories that they disagree with. And if we can use that finding to almost break apart these online echo chambers that we start to see on Facebook and Twitter especially, that's something that we can do to almost gain back control over the legitimacy of our news organisations.
Hold on a second, you're already starting to sound like that's a political gain back control. We've heard that one before, Craig.
We have. What we're trying to do, though, is we're trying to make it so that people don't have this automatic gut response to news stories, and we're trying to get people to think a little bit more deeply about the news that they are consuming.
Okay, so big topic. Good luck with that. Thank you very much for joining us today. Dr. Craig Harper there, who's from Nottingham University, looking at the idea of fake news.